Hey, what's going on, everyone? YouTube has this weird delay sometimes where it's like live for 10 seconds and I'm just staring like an idiot. Anyways, welcome to the stream. Today we just got some interesting news regarding Ewan McGregor revealing the date for when the Kenobi spin-off show is going to be filming. Now, if you didn't know, this takes place between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, so we're going to get tons of what I hope is PTSD Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is going to show, you know, everything that his mind and his Jedi training is really being tested at this point to the maximum, as he's just not just, I believe it takes place 5 years after Revenge of the Sith. Anyways, let's watch the interview on the Graham Norton show and we can talk about it afterwards.
Here's the thing. So you are going back into Star Wars world. There's a is it an Obi-Wan Kenobi spin-off or just a Star Wars spin-off?
Yeah, it's the Obi-Wan Kenobi story, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so it's you. It's all you.
Well, it's not all me, but it's
okay.
Certainly will be a lot of me, which is good.
Good. That's what I want to see.
I'm ready.
We start shooting it in March next year. Yeah, we start.
Can I ask a question?
March of 2021.
I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
I know you're still a young man, but you're steadily getting closer to Alec Guinness's age in the original stuff. Do you feel you have to look a bit more like he was in the first Star Wars movies, because you're coming up on the outside track and you're catching him up now? Soon you'll be his age.
Yes, totally. I mean, the fun thing about doing them in the first place when I was much younger was trying to imagine Alec Guinness.
8 years after Revenge of the Sith?
How would he play these scenes as a younger guy?
Okay, I thought it was 5.
It led me to watch a lot of his early work, which I hadn't seen before. Brilliant movies, wonderful films that he'd been in, and I just had such a great time sort of studying him in those movies. There was a great film called The Card that I'd never seen about a rag and bone man who ends up being a sort of mayor of a town or something. So this time, as you say, Frank, I'm much closer in age to him, and it will be my challenge to try and sort of meet him somewhere. You know, I love Alec Guinness. I never got to meet him, but I love him through his work, and it's a great honor to be able to sort of.
It's pretty cool, man. I'm excited. Okay, so basically what this means is that, let me get rid of this junk here. Basically what this means is, well, self-explanatory, we're going to be getting filming in 2021 of March, which tells me that they're probably going to need at least a year, so that means we won't have the Obi-Wan show. And since it is a show, it's not like just like one episode or even a movie. It's kind of like a trilogy of movies. I'd imagine them to release it maybe sometime summer of 2022, which would align with the new celebration that they have going on. So I'm banking on, I don't know if they would do it before Celebration or after. I'd imagine maybe just a little bit after, because then they could like they could have a panel there, and they could, just like what they did with Mando. So that's what I'm thinking is it's going to be a little bit later after the 2022 Celebration, and this all is starting to add up now. So they can do a panel there where Ewan would come, which would be pretty huge, and then they would show the trailer. They would show a special sneak peek just for Celebration attendees, like they did with the Mando. We got to see something that was no one else got to see in the world, which was really cool. So what I want to see, I've discussed it a million times. What do you guys want to see in the comments? Let me know. But I think we can get, and what he says about it's not just going to be about him. Well, of course it can't be, him on the whole time, but I believe that we're going to get a lot of other characters, and who these characters could be. The rumors from some sources that I have, and they have friends that are in the UK and know all about the stuff, is that Hayden Christensen will supposedly, and this is a rumor, man, that he will be supposedly returning as Darth Vader out of the mask. So in the suit, out of the mask, and he will be having snippets and scenes in here. There may be some flashbacks as well with the Clone Wars and Obi-Wan, some DH stuff, which I've been gunning for a long time, and I'm very, very excited if that were to actually happen. I can't see it, honestly, I can't see it not happening. So this is something that I'm touting for. I hope it's going to be great, and I'm very, very excited. Nothing much more to be said about that. Now, with other characters other than, let's say, Hayden Christensen, or Anakin Skywalker returning, Darth Vader, I think we could see or hear at least Qui-Gon Jinn. Because where we left Obi-Wan Kenobi, we have to kind of connect the pieces. Okay, so where is he in this life? You know, it's 5 or 8 years, or what somebody said, 8 years after Revenge of the Sith. At this point where we left him in Revenge of the Sith, Yoda had just told him that he learned how to commune with Qui-Gon Jinn, his master. So clearly, now here's where we fall into some trouble. In the canon novel, from a certain point of view, Qui-Gon is only a voice to Obi-Wan Kenobi up until pretty much A New Hope, and he doesn't actually materialize in the full form. So I could see them actually changing this, because it would be just so much cooler if he does materialize in the show and we see Qui-Gon Jinn, because he is an extremely important figure in the Star Wars universe, whether you know that or not. He is basically responsible for everything in Star Wars. If it wasn't for him pushing Anakin to be a Jedi, none of this would have ever happened. He would have remained a slave on Tatooine, and that would have been that. And honestly, if he didn't die, then they probably wouldn't have honored his wish, his dying wish, to have the boy be trained. So I feel like not putting Qui-Gon Jinn in there, at least even a mention, even if they're going to put his voice or his figure, even a mention would be at least nice. That being said, I think we'll get lots of Obi-Wan Kenobi struggling with mental demons. I think we might see an Obi-Wan Kenobi possibly like Jamie Costa's Kenobi fan film, where he was just disillusioned. He wasn't himself anymore, and he was just this very lost person that we don't know Obi-Wan to be, where he was always very, very in touch with himself and in tune with himself and knew who he was and followed the Jedi way very, very to the code. Now the Jedi are pretty much dead, extinct almost, except for Yoda, and he knows that Yoda is still alive, so could we maybe see him communing with him or talking with him? There's a lot to talk about. We may talk about this on Nerd Theory podcast on Monday with Josh, which would be fun, along with some other news that's come out. Luis, thank you for being a new member. Hope you enjoy the VIP Discord, buddy. Kenneth says, Clone Wars with today's technology, say less. Imagine that, a Clone Wars flashback with today's technology, Anakin and... this is what we've wanted, man. We want a live-action Clone Wars with Anakin and Obi-Wan de-aged, using that technology, and I think it would be really fun to see. Thank you, Thumper. Christopher says, you are a legend. No, you're a legend. Thanks, man. Callista, hey, how's it going, girl? Things I want. PTSD, Obi, Qui-Gon appearing, Anakin in the Vader suit, Yoda talking to him. Wait, Yoda talking to who? Anakin? Or Yoda talking to Obi-Wan? I could see them talking through the Force, but that might be kind of a stretch. Obi-Wan sensing Ahsoka and realizing that she's alive. I think we're also going to see Maul at some point, and I think we're going to see, hopefully, Ahsoka at some point too. So these are all characters that could really come. This is the Obi-Wan show. You can literally bring everyone back that's alive at this point, and it would be completely relevant. It wouldn't just be some side creature, or side feature, or something like that creature. Do you think we'll get Obi-Wan doing the same thing, training Yoda did in the Clone Wars Season 6, going to the Wills? I don't think he's going to leave Tatooine. I would love for him to, but I don't actually think he's going to leave Tatooine because he's stationed there, man. He's got to protect the boy. He's got to protect Luke Skywalker. So, in the comics, in the books, Luke is always under attack. Whether it's the Sand People or Jabba's gangsters, coming to collect the water tax or whatever it may be, they're in there, man. They're always coming to the Lars homestead, and they're trying to cause trouble and kill people. So I don't think Obi-Wan Kenobi can afford the luxury of leaving. Something that could be interesting is, let's say he finds someone to watch over Luke so that he can go off-world for a minute, but also him off-world would put him in so much danger with the Empire at this point. So I am so freaking excited. The most interesting part of Star Wars to me is between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, because it's where everything, doo-doo has hit the fan and things are just in turmoil Not so much for the Empire, but for the good guys, for the Jedi. And this is a chapter that I'd really like to dive into, not with comics, not with, books and this and stuff. I want to dive into it with the main actors themselves from the prequels, and I'm very, very excited for the show. I can't wait to see what comes, and can you imagine the trailer? I cannot wait for the trailer. I suspect that we will get a trailer probably not until 2022. I think we might get snippets and pictures and teases and stuff like that, but I don't think we'll get anything until 2022. So we're in it for the long haul. Let's hope COVID doesn't slow this production down. Let's hope everyone stays safe and healthy and happy, and it's an immense success. I think this is going to be 10 times bigger than The Mandalorian. I think it's going to be, which is saying a lot, and I couldn't be more excited. So really looking forward to it. When does it come out? My speculation is after Celebration 2022. That's what they did with the Mando. It'll build hype for Celebration. I just don't see them releasing it before that. And then, they would have a huge panel for Celebration 2022 with Ewan McGregor there. It would be great. Imagine if George was there too. It'd be amazing. Theory: do you think this could be what fans wanted to see with Luke? Perhaps it will be a dark story, as Obi-Wan will feel haunted by his failure with Anakin. Absolutely. I think he feels very haunted by everything. And I can see him having terrors and visions and nightmares of Anakin, burning up before him, and just the most haunting of things. I can see it in my mind, and how the brilliant writers and directors can actually make this happen. So I know the team behind Mando is going to be on this. Deborah Chow, who worked with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, and she directed some episodes of the Mando. I forgot which ones. I think it was episode 2 and a few more. She was also in a cameo in the X-Wing near the end. I forgot what episode that was as well. It was the one with Bill Burr. Am I forgetting anything here? No. I think I've said everything. I've said my piece, and I'm pretty stoked. Nothing more to say. Although it is Disney, so I'm very nervous that it won't be as dark as we want. I am always worried about that, but I just hope that they'll stay true. And, the Mando feels amazing. I got no qualms about it. I got nothing bad to say about it. So I think they can really make it work. I think Lucasfilm, if they are in charge, then they'll absolutely kill this. Yeah. Do you think we'll get Obi-Wan doing the same training Yoda did, right? For him to go to the Wills, I don't see that happening. I think Qui-Gon could talk to him about the Wills, because Qui-Gon is the only one that learned how to be in the afterlife once he died. But he didn't finish his training, so he couldn't actually materialize in the full form, supposedly. Could be totally wrong on that, but that's what Legend says. Yo, Wesley, what up, man? I'd like to think Obi-Wan Kenobi kept his clone armor that he wore in the Clone Wars, and then he looks at it, and then it triggers the flashbacks. Like he touches it, and it's like a... Yeah, maybe. I think we're going to get flashbacks. I think it would be a big mistake if we didn't. Just imagine seeing Obi-Wan and Anakin together once again. Why no more Mando episode streams? Right, so I was lazy, and I was doing gaming streams, and I was working on animations and stuff, and I was just being lazy. So we're going to have to do those, and we're going to have to catch up. So we're probably going to do 3. We're probably going to do like 1 every day before season 2 comes out. So it depends when we start them again. I know I said I was going to start them today, but we might start them next week. We'll see how it goes. But either way, we will finish those watch parties, because we have to. Okay, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and this little breakdown and my thoughts on it. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in tomorrow's episode. New animations on the way, new projects on the way, and lots of new little projects that I hope you guys will enjoy. I'm trying a lot of different things that I think are cool, and I know some of you will appreciate them. Anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you in the next one. This is awesome news, awesome day for a Star Wars fan, and we'll see what's to come in the future. Later.